All right, did you happen to know that literally within about 20-minute drive of downtown South Haven, there is Buren Youth Camp? It's right just as you're going into Bloomingdale. It is an amazing camp. My parents went there, I went there. So many generations go there, and it's just about 20 minutes just due east of South Haven. It's a wonderful place to go in the summertime. Kids can meet other kids and have a good time growing, learning, and just experiencing outdoors in nature and getting away from everyday technology. So let's go talk to Dottie, who runs the operations out here at the camp, and talk and see more about Buren Youth Camp, and maybe it'd be a great spot for your kids to come out this summer and enjoy. Let's go check them out.
Hi, I'm Dottie Myers-Hill. I'm the camp director at Buren Youth Camp. We're standing out here at camp today, checking out the waterfront and our new floating dock system. And just wanted to mention that we still have openings for summer camp this year. Sessions start June 8th and run through August 7th. We have sessions for ages 6 to 18, and sessions at our Yonder Way program up the road, which is more rustic, pioneer kind of camping. But a lot of fun stuff happening there, as every session has a different theme. There's STEAM Week, where they learn about science, technology, engineering, math, and arts. They have a sports week. There's a theater week, a pioneer week, and there's one more.
Wolverine?
Yeah, well, so we still have Wolverine and White Pine are great sessions here at main camp as well. Those are for grades 6 to 8, 5 to 8. We also offer a little bit of an introduction to our leadership program, and they can do CIT, counselor in training during those sessions. Our leadership camp still has some openings. That's for high school age students who would like to grow as leaders and possibly come back and volunteer as cabin counselors later in the summer. Hi, so here we are at the waterfront. We just put in new floating docks system this summer and are starting to invest in stand-up paddle boards. So a few lucky campers will get to go out on the water in the mornings with me and investigate the wildlife that's around the edges of the lake when the birds are out and the mist is still on the water. Other activities that we do down at the waterfront include swimming, kayaking, canoeing. We have a few small sunfish sailboats that we still take out every now and then. And occasionally we will offer an across the lake swim. That seems to be a really fun activity that the campers really enjoy, trying to make it all the way across the lake. All right, here we are down at the Thought area. Here you can see all of Cabin Row, starting with the nature hut. This is where the campers sleep and spend a lot of their time during the week. We have 15 sleeping cabins, so 120 campers a session that are here at main site. And then we have another program happening at Yonder Way where another 15 or 16 kids can experience a more nature-themed or focused session. These cabins replaced the original cabins starting in the late 80s and moving into the 90s. It's just a big box with some windows and a light.
I remember them.
Yeah, no phones, no computers. We're just focusing on making connections with each other and experiencing our relationship with the natural world in a really fun setting. So we're here on Cabin Row, another view of our lovely space the campers live in. And this happens to be volunteer weekend, which means some of our counselors and staff are here helping us get camp ready for the season. And I think some of them would like to say a few words.
That'd be great. Who would like to talk?
I like to volunteer at VBYC because it's really awesome to get to see the camp when it's empty, and it's really awesome to get to clean it up.
Yeah, so I've worked at the camp since 2018, and it's just always great to be back and give back to the community that I've, worked alongside for years.
Anyone else?
I like to come to volunteer weekends because I think it's just fun to be at camp and kind of help out and get to see people that you only usually get to see every summer. So it's just a fun opportunity to be at camp more and maybe help out with some stuff.
Why I came to camp this weekend was because I wanted some experience of how the camp would work before I go for a week in the summer. and I've really enjoyed helping out and being a part of this great community. I found this community to be very nice and kind and accepting of everyone, and I really just, there's just something great about that.
I come to volunteer weekend because I want to be here more, and I like helping out and setting up for the summertime, sweeping all the cabins, setting them up so that kids can be in them. It's just really fun.
Hi again. So here we are in our rec area. Since COVID summer, this is where we call our dining hall for the season. So we eat outside now. This space is also used for evening rec activities, sometimes an all-camp game like basketball. And in the off-season, spring and summer, we sometimes rent camp for weddings and other special events. So,
Okay, Dottie, so this is where people can come back and look at the past when they were here. I'm on there, you're on there.
Yep.
And it goes from what years? And tell a little bit more about this.
yeah, so camp started in 1950. So we're celebrating 75 years this year, which is pretty cool. So every week of every camp of every summer, we've taken a camp photo. So they start in 1950 and they go all the way up to last summer. So that's one of the first things kids do every single time they come, and alumni who haven't been here in a long time is they come here to find themselves in the camp picture. There are more pictures like still photos and close-ups and candid shots that are in the museum that we have. But the coolest thing about this is sometimes as a punishment for putting your elbows on the table, you used to have to come over here and count the campers in 75.
That's a lot of counting.
My first summer back in 2013, I looked through the pictures and counted every time I found Tim Washburn, who's one of the founding family members. So it's fun, and it's fun to find yourself in those pictures and see. I mean, I'm in 25 years of photos of being on staff.
How about Washburn?
So I don't remember the number, but he was here as a child because his parents were operating the camp. So he's in there as a kid, and then he's in here as staff, he's in here as maintenance man, and he's in here as camp director, and then as a board member. So there's a lot of history here, and celebrating the 75th this summer is going to be amazing.
And here I am with the glasses, coming out in '87, and a couple of
So
years.
you
I
go-
think my dad's in here as well. What do we else got here?
2000 or 2001, I came back to help run the camp store.
Oh yeah, 2000, 2001. That's when you came back.
The first time. I came back just to help run the camp store for Trish.
Well, there you have it. How awesome is this? Van Buren Youth Camp, 20 minutes east of South Haven, just before you get to Bloomingdale. It's out here, it's nature, it's just a great way to break away from technology. If you're looking for something for your kids that's going to create memories and have a lasting effect on them, a positive effect, bring them out here, let them check out, come through and do a walkthrough. Talk to Dottie, she'll help you understand everything, all the different camps they do each week for different age groups and experiences. My father came out here, I've been here, my relatives, countless generations have come out here. I think it's 75 years now, and it's wonderful. So if you're definitely looking for something for your kids to have a lasting, meaningful relationship with others and come out and learn stuff, this is where you need to check out Van Buren Youth Camp. That's your thing to do. Have a great summer ahead. I hope you really do check them out. They're a great place and a lot of amazing people who put in their time and effort and donate for this. Guys, have a great one.